Good morning, and welcome to your AI Daily Press morning podcast for August 23, 2026. I'm your host, Walter. We have a packed show for you today with updates on the global markets, NVID, IA stock, and the Australian rental market. First off, let's take a look at the global markets. The US dollar index has fallen slightly, hovering just above its 4-month low, as strength in stocks reduces demand for dollar liquidity. Meanwhile, the euro has matched its 6-month high against the dollar, supported by signs of strength in the European economy. The yen has also seen modest gains due to Japan's economic strength. Precious metals like gold and silver have added to their sharp gains, with a weaker dollar and signs of global manufacturing strength supporting these gains. In other news, NVID, IA stock has been found to be reasonably priced relative to its growth, despite initial concerns over its valuation. The company's forward PEG ratio supports a $250 price target and a high-conviction buy recommendation, driven by its lead in the AI sector and strong financials. And finally, in Australia, the rental market is facing significant pressure, with rent increases having major implications for tenants. Experts are calling for increased investment in affordable housing and reforms to the rental market to help alleviate the pressure on tenants. The issue is likely to be a major talking point in the lead-up to the federal election. We'll be diving deeper into these stories throughout the day. So now for the latest in social and cultural news, here is Barbara Waters.
Thank you, Walter. Firstly, the situation in the Middle East continues to escalate, with Israel carrying out drone strikes against targets in Syria, including a military airbase near the Turkish border. The Syrian government has condemned these attacks as a blatant violation of its sovereignty and international law. The U.S. has also rebuked Israel, calling the strike an unnecessary escalation that does not advance regional stability. We urge all parties to exercise restraint and avoid further escalation. In other news, One Nation MP David Farley has conceded that the party's net migration target is not vastly different from the current government's policy. Farley argued that skilled workers and backpackers are essential to keeping Australia fed and should be considered as a separate category to migration in its true form. This development has sparked renewed debate about One Nation's immigration policy, which has been criticized for being unclear and inconsistent. Lastly, we're celebrating a remarkable turnaround story in the world of baseball, as Tarik Skubal secured his first win with the Los Angeles Dodgers. Despite facing significant challenges early on, Skubal demonstrated resilience and skill, leading his team to victory over the Pittsburgh Pirates. His outstanding performance has marked a significant milestone in his journey with the team and highlights the Dodgers' depth and potential for success in the season ahead. These stories remind us of the importance of perseverance, adaptability, and the unpredictable nature of global events in sports. We'll continue to bring you updates on these developing stories as more information becomes available. Now for the latest in business and finance, here is Louis Riskweiser.
Thank you, Barbara. First, Berkshire Hathaway, led by Warren Buffett, has gained indirect exposure to Elon Musk's SpaceX through its stake in Alphabet, the parent company of Google. While this development may generate headlines, it's essential for investors to maintain a level-headed approach and evaluate SpaceX's prospects based on its underlying performance, rather than speculation or celebrity endorsements. Next, the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation has invested $370 million in Home Depot, one of the world's largest home improvement retailers. This investment comes at a time when the housing market is facing significant uncertainty, but Home Depot reported strong Q2 earnings, beating expectations across the board. The company's diversified business model and strong brand reputation are expected to help it weather any potential storms in the housing market. Finally, insiders at Pinterest and Bank of America have sold significant amounts of stock, sparking concerns about the company's future prospects. While insider sales do not necessarily indicate a lack of confidence, they can be a red flag for investors. It's crucial to consider multiple factors before making investment decisions, including a company's financial health, industry trends, and overall market conditions. These stories serve as reminders to stay informed, keep a level head, and focus on the fundamentals when making investment decisions. We'll continue to monitor these developments and provide updates as more information becomes available. Now for the latest in science and technology, here is Carl Starman.
Thank you, Lewis. First, let's talk about Cathie Wood's ARK Invest and its recent purchase of $1.4 million worth of SpaceX stock. This move has sparked interest among investors, despite concerns over SpaceX's heavy spending on artificial intelligence. As we ponder the potential implications of this investment, let's remember that the AI landscape is evolving rapidly, with billions of dollars being poured into research and development. The question is, will Wood's bet on SpaceX pay off, or will the company's AI investments prove to be a costly gamble? Next, we have Comcast's launch of its new Xfinity Shield platform, which offers advanced cybersecurity and home self-monitoring protection to its customers. This move comes as the telecom industry faces growing threats from fiber, fixed wireless, and satellite services. With billions of people around the world relying on the internet for daily life, the importance of cybersecurity cannot be overstated. As we navigate this complex landscape, let's ask ourselves, are we doing enough to protect our personal data and online security? Finally, let's visit the Half Moon Sunoco gas station in New York, where customers can receive a 10% discount by dancing for 30 seconds or more. This creative promotion has brought joy to the community and reminds us that even in tough times, there's always room for a little fun and self-expression. As we go about our daily lives, let's not forget the importance of playfulness and resilience in the face of adversity. These stories may seem disparate at first glance, but they all share a common thread: the human desire to innovate, adapt, and thrive in an ever-changing world. As we look to the future, let's remember that billions of people around the world are connected by their quest for knowledge, creativity, and connection. And who knows, maybe one day we'll find ourselves dancing our way to a more secure and joyful online experience. Now, for the latest in sports, here is Howard Closewell.
Thank you, Carl. Let's dive into a brief recap of our top stories from the past week. First off, we took a look at Tom Brady's enduring legacy, and it's not just about his 7 Super Bowl rings. It's about his devotion to his family, which truly sets him apart as an athlete and a role model. We explored how he prioritizes his role as a father and husband, often sharing heartwarming moments with his fans through social media. In the world of sports, we had an electrifying start to the women's college volleyball season with the Jeep AVC, a first-serve doubleheader. Number 1, Wisconsin swept past number 2 Louisville in straight sets, while Arizona State pulled off a stunning upset over national champion runner-ups, Texas. The Badgers dominated with a commanding performance, and the Sun Devils surprised many by claiming their historic win. And finally, we touched on the latest from the gridiron, where we're seeing new developments unfold. But for now, let's focus on the excitement of the new volleyball season, where every match counts, and upsets can happen on any given day. Now for the latest in travel and human interest, here is Charles Curl.
Thank you, Howard. First, a father's rash decision to leave his 7-year-old son alone on Japan's iconic Mount Fuji has sparked a solemn reminder of the importance of prioritizing children's safety and well-being. This incident serves as a warning for all parents and caregivers to reflect on their own decisions and actions, striving to create a safer and more compassionate world for children everywhere. In other news, Uber has been hit with a nearly $1 billion fine by a Dutch data regulatory authority for violating the European Union's General Data Protection Regulation. This significant blow to the ride-hailing giant highlights the need for balancing technological innovation with human oversight and protection of individual rights in the digital age. Lastly, controversy surrounds the White House ballroom construction project, with President Trump claiming it's funded entirely by private donors, while a recent report suggests taxpayers may be footing more than half of the estimated $600 million bill. The American public deserves transparency and accountability in government spending, and we must continue to push for greater clarity on how tax dollars are being spent. These stories remind us of the importance of responsibility, oversight, and transparency in our personal and public lives. We'll continue to follow these developments and bring you updates as more information becomes available. Now for the latest in fashion and entertainment, here is Joan Streams.
Thank you, Charles. Can we talk about the latest news in the entertainment industry? It's been a tough week, folks, with the passing of Hayden Panettiere, a talented young star who left us far too soon. Anna Paquin, another former child star, has spoken out about the darker side of growing up in the spotlight, highlighting the need for support and protection within the industry. It's a poignant reminder that we need to prioritize the mental and emotional health of our young performers. On a lighter note, Taylor Swift was spotted enjoying a night out with her friend Dakota Johnson, just after her highly publicized marriage to Travis Kelce. These two ladies have been friends for years, and it's lovely to see them taking time to unwind and catch up away from the spotlight. And finally, let's talk about Drake. The rapper has made history with his latest collaboration with Karol G, debuting at #1 on the Hot Latin Rhythm Songs chart. This guy is unstoppable, folks, with a staggering number of appearances on the Billboard charts. We can't wait to see what he does next. Now for the latest in nature and environment, here is David Attenacher.
Thank you, Joan. In today's briefing, we cover 3 compelling stories from the world of conservation and scientific discovery. Firstly, Chester Zoo's successful breeding program has saved the Desertaz island land snail from extinction, highlighting the power of concerted conservation efforts. Secondly, researchers have unveiled the secrets of the narwhal's iconic tusk, revealing a complex double spiral structure that not only solves a long-standing mystery, but also provides insights into advanced biological materials and potential tools for studying climate change impacts. Lastly, a recent study emphasizes the urgent need to reinstate the Braehead climb in Ireland with a designated trail to combat erosion and protect biodiversity, underscoring the importance of balancing human interaction with nature and adopting sustainable practices in outdoor recreation. These stories remind us of the awe-inspiring complexity of biological systems and our responsibility to preserve the natural world for future generations. And that completes our morning podcast for today. Thank you for listening. Until this evening, I'm David Attenacher for AI Daily Press, the world's most unbiased news source.